Keith. Good afternoon, everybody. Taunton Town players have emerged from the dressing rooms in the far corner of the pitch. They are going to form a guard of honour for Hereford, which is a nice touch for the team directly below them in the table.
Division 1 champions for 2016-2017, Hereford FC!
And here come the champions. You can get used to this every game. Little guard of honour, out they come. After Wantage at Edgar Street last weekend. Looking forward to seeing it at Didcot on Tuesday. But here they come. Hereford in the home strip.
Maybe that's psychological, Greg. Trying to put us off our stride, make us a bit complacent.
Well, there's a few smiles among the Hereford players. Probably wondered in the dressing room whether they might get that courtesy from Taunton, with this being a top of the table clash, but Taunton have obliged. And now both sets of players line up before exchanging pleasantries with a rather menacing looking mascot at the end of the Taunton line. What is that? Is that a peacock? Minus the...
Is that a peacock?
It's supposed to be the peacock.
Oh.
What is it? It's the weirdest peacock I've ever seen.
We have problems.
Sorry, everybody.
We might as well go home now.
Well, welcome to Radio Hereford FC, everybody.
Yes.
There is a match.
Yes, the Bulls against the Peacocks. And it's the Bulls that will kick off. John Mills going right to left towards the Taunton fans in the first half. The away end sun-soaked. Tamworth-esque. Was that 2003? That was a baking hot day.
I remember that. Didn't we go as 70s fancy dress and had a big afro wig on?
They ran out of water at half time. They were just hosing the fans down. Maybe not quite that hot, but they're enjoying their day out. It's an enjoyable, fun end to the season, with Hereford having already wrapped up the league title, and it's John Mills, the Southern League South and West top scorer, only just though, who gets things underway. Taunton deliver the ball back into the Hereford half, and then Ryan Green is caught very late off the ball after walloping the ball upfield. Welcome to the game, Ryan Green, very early doors.
He's not happy, and John has had to try and calm him down as much as treat him over in the right back position there. Frank is just showing Greg a picture of a peacock.
Well, that's a peacock.
Perhaps next time he can identify it. Right, I'm trying to get this photo up.
Yeah, could you do compare and contrast?
Jordan Rogers. What's the saying? Letting your opposite number know you're there. Very early doors. Ryan Green not happy with that challenge from Jordan Rogers. The joint top scorer for Taunton, 22 goals this season, along with Matt Wright, who scored at Edgar Street and is back in the starting line today after an injury problem. He was on the bench last weekend for 6-1 thumping of Mangotsfield. Long ball forward from that free kick is helped on. Plummer battling for it down on the right hand side, and it's knocked out of play for an attacking Bulls throw. This just throws up more questions why a team called the Peacocks have got a cat as a mascot. More questions than answers.
When you're digging, stop. It's the best.
Little chip into the area looking for Mills, who's onside and shoots. It's blocked. And a chance for Plummer and a chance for Simmons, who scores! Early breakthrough, 2 minutes gone. It was scrappy, but the ball fell favourably for John Mills. His shot was blocked and he pokes it home left-footed. Protestations from the home fans, home players, and I think one of the coaching staff from Taunton has possibly been sent away. Was sent back to the dugout at the very least. These dugouts are very, very far apart on this Virador Stadium ground. And I'm not sure if that's the Taunton manager.
A little bit too deep, and obviously the linesman agreed and didn't give that. So I think that's what they're moaning about. But credit to Millsy, because he had that shot and he got deflected straight away, but he stabbed it across. And also to Plummer, who just got a foot in and played it across to Simmer, who was in acres of space inside the box. And, fired it home. And there's only going to be one answer when Simmer has the ball there.
Taunton look to respond as Joel Edwards hooks the ball away for a throw. The perfect start for the league leaders against the second place team, and there's still moaning and groaning going on in the home dugout on the opposite side to where we're sitting. Attacking throw for Taunton, right hand side, and it comes. Priest heads it away and back out for another attacking throw, almost the exact same place for the hosts, who haven't lost a league game here since August, their first home league game of the season, when they conceded a 95th minute goal to Barnstaple. But they're a goal down early here to Hereford, but they have, after those two throws, now forced a corner on the same side, right hand side, in front of the away fans, already in buoyant mood following Mike Simmons' strike. But Taunton looking to get an early response to that Mike Simmons goal. In swinging corner from the former Bull Ross Daly, left footed to the back stick. Everybody leaves it, including Joel Edwards at the VAR post, and it drifts behind for a goal kick. County game delayed to 3:45 due to traffic on the M5 around Exeter being shown to be on Facebook.
The traffic that some of us got caught up in on the way, and the team didn't get here till gone 1:30, and normally we aim to be here by 1:15, so obviously there is quite a bit of traffic.
Goal kick for Alex Harris to send forward. Free header for Ed Palmer at the back. Two Palmers in the Taunton back line, with Ben Palmer at full back as Matt Wright gets clattered in the centre circle. Free kick for the home side. The Ed Palmer himself to take it. 23 for the season now for Mike Simmons. 65 between him and Mills combined. John Mills only just topping the South and West Golden Boot chart now, just one ahead of Levi Landracoom of Tiverton and Tommy Wright of Salisbury. Long ball down the right hand side, out for a defensive throw to the home side. Over the head of Purdy, Green lifting it forward, Simmons battling with Ed Palmer. Good tussle between those two, and Simmons is eventually penalised, but that was at best 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. They both had a handful of each other's shirt, and the referee has sided with the defensive team.
When's your birthday, Greg? just roughly.
No comment.
Okay, well, we know when Christmas is, so we'll leave it till then. I've got you the perfect present. Because you use laptops and computers all day long, don't you? We found a free wallpaper download of peacocks on a farm.
Lovely. On a farm?
Yeah, there it is.
The natural habitat. Not the greatest of kicks down the left hand side, but it did find a fellow claret and blue shirt. Tristan Plummer gets a foot to it, and no free kick. Simmons in the centre circle battling away, but it's Ollie Chamberlain that comes away with it. Down the left hand side it goes, and out for a Taunton throw in front of the Hereford dugout. Must be about 50 odd yards between the two dugouts. Throw comes in towards the edge of the box, cleared, but back out to the left hand side.
Someone on Twitter saying if that was a peacock, the lion just ate it.
Well, it's a lion now.
Apparently it might be a
So
lion.
it upgraded from a cat.
No, cat is a lion.
Hereford throw, halfway line, right hand side. Short throw to Plummer, back to Purdy, playing it right back today. Lifts it forward, but it drifts straight out of play for a goal kick. You having fun over there?
Yeah, it's great.
You're not going to live this one down for a while, Greg,
No.
so...
We have some scores. Barnstaple 1, Taunton 0. Didcot lead Wimborne by a goal to 0. It's Swindon 0, Tiverton Town 1. Tiverton looking to try and catch Taunton up in the league table.
Priest and then Molyneux battling for aerial balls. And it's poked back towards his own goal by McGrath, who got caught late off the ball. Lifts himself to his feet. No more repercussions from that, and it's Harris to dribble the ball out of his own penalty area.
Message from a Taunton Town fan, Harley F. He says it's Wordsworth the cat, for heaven's sake.
There we go, Wordsworth the cat.
He's in North London listening to us. Welcome along, Harley. Not the greatest of starts for Taunton, but still going to be a very competitive game, this, I'm sure.
Coming up to 9 minutes on the clock. Goal kick for Taunton, who trail by a goal to 0. Mike Simmons after just 2 minutes. After Mills' shot was blocked and it fell favourably for his strike partner to fire it home. Molyneux charging down to clear it on the left hand side, but he won't quite catch up with the ricochet, and the ball bobbles behind for another Taunton goal kick.
Goal action was too quick for Hereford goals. They've only got slow motion replay of the celebrations, unfortunately.
James Hughes, I'm sure, would have caught it on main camera, and he's up on the gantry, so it should be a cracking view actually that he's got today.
Ball lifted down the left, looking for Mills, but helped away by Ed Palmer. High ball to halfway, met by the head of Priest firmly.
Very important goal for Evesham. Evesham 1, Mangotsfield 0. That could put pay to Mangotsfield's hopes of catching Evesham in the playoff positions.
Low ball from Purdy at right back, but easily given away into the centre of midfield. Down the right it goes, and Joel Edwards helps the ball out. I think it got a deflection off Chamberlain last, so it'll be a Hereford defensive throw. In the left back position for the Hereford skipper to take himself. Simmons pressuring captain Brett Trowbridge to nod that one out for another throw further upfield, creeping towards halfway. Edwards again looking for Simmons, couple of ricochets, and it bounces out for a Taunton throw this time. Pretty much on the halfway line on this right hand side. Game settled down after that frantic start. Taunton hoping to make it third time lucky in the playoffs to the last couple of seasons. And they're looking to get back on level terms here right hand side. Ollie Chamberlain just gets his feet in the muddle, and the ball trickles behind for a goal kick as he looked to be in a dangerous position on the right hand side of the penalty area, but the ball just got stuck under his feet. He tried to retrieve it, made a bit of a mess of it, and the ball goes behind for a goal kick to the delight of the away fans behind that goal.
I thought there was ever such a small chance that he'd go down there and claim a penalty, because he had to squeeze past a couple of Hereford players before he missed the ball, and I think one just kind of left their leg dangling a little bit, and he probably could have gone over, and there would have been strong appeals.
Second goal for Tiverton. Swindon 0, Tiverton Town 2. Slimbridge have taken the lead against Bideford. Salisbury are 1 up at home to Wantage.
Long kick helped away down the right hand side as Hereford come forward. Green catching Ross Staley with a high boot as he tried to clear a looping ball, catches Staley, and a free kick to Taunton on halfway left hand side. Talking to for the Welshman, but only a fraction late, opted to try and volley it away with his foot rather than use his head, and Staley just nipped in first, and Green inevitably caught him with his high foot. Looks like it's only going to be a talking to. What are we, only 12 minutes in here at the Viridor Stadium. But since going behind, Taunton probably edging possession without creating any chances. Hereford content to maybe just play on the counter for for a while, get numbers behind the ball, let Taunton play in front of them as his free kick is floated in. Right-footed. Headed across the 6-yard box. A Taunton player inside the 18-yard box, but fell nicely for the balls to whack it away, and then it's gone all the way back to Lloyd Irish in the Taunton goal. Kick right down the middle. McGrath quickly on the scene, as was Calvin Dinsley. Helped hide on the right hand side, looking for fullback Pierce Mitchell, whose spectacular volley proved the winner at Edgar Street back in January. That right wing cross misses everybody again, falls nicely for Plummer at right back to bring it away. That's a terrible pass infield looking for Purdy, who'd made ground, but McGrath and Dinsley quickly in to mop up, and Green's attempted clearance ricochets off a Taunton player but bounces nicely into the midriff of Harris. Underarm ball quickly to Edwards on the left, driving over halfway. Edwards making good ground, lays it off to Molyneux, down by the corner flag. Infield pass looking for Mills, but it's intercepted and whacked away by Matt Villis. One of the two changes rather in the Taunton side this afternoon, with Matt Wright coming back in up front. Back pass from halfway goes all the way through to Harris, and Hereford will get back into shape for the big kick forward. Molyneux the target. Mills making the run over the shoulder, but Molyneux doesn't win the aerial duel. Poked back forward by Priest, and Molyneux's got in there. Gets caught right on the edge of the D, Jamie Molyneux, and that will be a free kick to the Bulls. Ed Palmer bringing Molyneux down. And this is a good free kick opportunity. No Heysham on the pitch, but this is just to the left of the D, so 20 yards out. In a good shooting position. Mills has already spotted the ball. Of course, he did score a free kick at Bishop's Cleeve over Christmas, and with no Heysham on the pitch, he's able to pull rank here, I think. Although McGrath has scored from a dead ball as well with that Mangotsfield effort, catching the keeper out. A good shooting opportunity here, very similar to where Heysham scored from against Wantage last week. That low free kick deflecting off the wall and in. 15 minutes gone here at Taunton. Hereford 1-0 up and looking to double their tally. Mills favourite, I think. McGrath's over there as well, and Dinsley lurking on the edge. But Mills is running up to it and shoots into the wall. Cannons away to the left, and Molyneux will take the throw. Taking quickly to Edwards. Down the left hand side for McGrath, but it's out for a Taunton defensive throw.
Not the greatest free kick from Mills there. I don't know whether he was just trying to find a gap in the wall and hoping it would find its way through, but the wall stood firm and did its job.
"16 minutes gone, Taunton 0, Hereford 1 on Radio Hereford FC. Mike Simmons' very early goal, 2 minutes in, separating the sides as Hereford look to become only the second team to win here in the league all season after Barnstaple back in August. Hereford looking to win 4 league games in a row for the first time since January, when their attempts to win 5 in a row were thwarted by Taunton Town, who of course picked up that victory at Edgar Street. Lloyd Irish boots it forward, right hand side, good header won by Priest, up against Matt Wright, bobbling around on halfway, and then powered forward by Shane White down the right hand side. Harris having to come out of his area, referee seeking counsel from his assistant, and a free kick to the Bulls is the outcome. A bit of afters between Jordan Rogers and Harris as well.
I think Harris felt he jumped into the air, caught the ball and got a shove when he was in mid-air, and that pushed him either out of the box or behind for what would have been a corner, but the linesman spotted it and flagged.
So a free kick for Harris to take left hand side of his penalty area. Flicked on towards his own goal by the captain Trowbridge, and Mills almost on the scene, but Shane White gets there first and clears his lines to halfway. McGrath boots one high up into the sky. Plummer clearly getting a shove from Shane White, but able to retrieve the ball and find Purdy. Infield to Dinsley, back to Purdy again on the right hand side. And McGrath looking to try a trick, and then Dinsley gets floored after knocking the ball beyond Ed Palmer. And it's another Hereford free kick, right hand side, midway into the Taunton half.
A lot of late challenges flying in already. I don't know whether it's because Taunton are getting a little bit frustrated or whether, you know, they're just keen and eager out there.
Dinsley short into Plummer, back to Dinsley. Chips into the box looking for Priest, who's climbing all over his marker, but deemed to be a fair tussle, but the ball ends up drifting behind for a goal kick anyway, with Mills and Molyneux not able to get onto the end of it either, and another goal kick for the hosts.
No goals in the Premier League yet, but in the Championship, Birmingham 0, Derby 1, Blackburn 0, Barnsley 2, Villa are a goal up at Burton Albion, Fulham lead Ipswich by a goal to nil at Craven Cottage, and Norwich 2, Reading 0 are all latest scores in the Championship.
Irish with the kick. Helped on, looking for Wright, but Priest gets his body in the way, then hooks it towards halfway. Mills is the only man in the Taunton half. Simmons now joins him. Simmons tussling with Ed Palmer, and eventually Simmons penalised again.
Yeah, he just had his arms up, and clearly just a little faint push, but it was a push nonetheless. And
free kick taken quickly, launched towards the edge of the box, initially cleared. Ollie Chamberlain will try and recycle. Pierce Mitchell brings it infield, driving at 3 or 4 white shirts, then goes down. Ball was taken cleanly, says the referee.
yeah, great challenge from McGrath there.
Dinsley there to mop up, and Edwards whacks it forward looking for Simmons. Good take on the top of the shoulder. Plummer to his right, waits and gives it to Purdy, who's just creeped into the Taunton half. Purdy driving forward, well, Purdy took a heavy touch, had to go in for a 50-50, didn't really make any contact with the ball and got clattered by Taunton player, who gets booked straight away for clattering into Purdy. Purdy seems quite winded after that challenge, and all because Purdy's poor touch really, but he's ended up winning a free kick in a decent position. I think it was the right winger who was booked, Ollie Chamberlain. But yeah, Purdy driving infield from the right back position. Yeah, looked like he took a heavy touch. Looked like it was going to be a 50-50. I'm not sure if Purdy's just pulled out and ended up just getting the full brunt of Chamberlain's tackle, but it ends up being a free kick and a yellow card for the Taunton man. And a decent free kick opportunity, not too far out to shoot probably, but McGrath is eyeing it up. Dinsley's there as well, but all the centre backs are up, so they'll be hoping a ball comes in. Mills, Simmons, Priest, Plummer all in a line. Molyneux on the end, floated in by McGrath, but it's overcooked and drifts straight out for a goal kick. Bit of a waste.
Yeah, right idea, isn't it? Trying to just float it to that back stick, but it too much height and a little bit too much power on it, and I think it was Priest and maybe McGrath that were trying to come round the back, and not McGrath, Dinsley, sorry, but neither could get anywhere near there.
21.5 minutes gone in the first half here at Taunton, where Hereford still lead by a goal to nil. Mike Simmons after 2 minutes. Dinsley helps it forward. Mills being climbed on the back of. Referee allows play to continue. Edwards, a nice ball down the line for Simmons. Holds it up well. Waits for support. Has it from Dinsley. Just got stuck behind Dinsley, and then the ball rolls out for a throw. And Dinsley moaning at Simmons for delaying the pass for too long.
Free kick?
I thought the ball definitely went out for a throw. Not sure what the infringement is. No, I think it is a throw. Pierce Mitchell will take the right back. Down the line, helped on by Matt Wright, who was on the right wing. Hooked forward by the balls, and Mills is making good running, and the goalkeeper was out of his area right hand side, but had to head it away for an attacking throw. Mills putting himself about and his presence enough to put the keeper off. Edwards quickly into Molyneux. Back to the left back, whose cross is deflected high up into the air. Half headed away, might drop out for a corner. And it's out for an attacking Hereford throw in the end, right down by the corner flag. The one part of the pitch we cannot see. Just a fraction on this left-hand side. And the 1-2 between Edwards and Dinsley is judged to have gone out for a goal kick rather than a corner, and Molyneux, Edwards and Dinsley are all convinced it should have been a corner. It came off the Taunton foot last.
I think the argument probably is, if it wasn't a corner, there should have been a free kick, because that number 7 went right through the back of Dinsley. So I think that, the confusion is, or the argument was, well, if he didn't win the ball, where's my free kick?
Ollie Chamberlain, who has been booked already in the first half. Nice take from Staley, driving in from the right and laying off to the left hand side for Palmer, Ben Palmer. Back to Staley, lifts it in. Chamberlain beaten in the air. Trowbridge helps it forward. Green with the header away. Back to Trowbridge again, who scoops to the left wing for Ben Palmer. First touch taken away from Purdy. Decent cross, good header away from Green. Back out to the left hand side and a Taunton throw. Enough to get the home fans interested away to our left. Throw to the edge of the box, left hand side. Priest gets his head to it, helped away by Plummer. Good first touch from Mills. Down the left hand side, he's asking a lot of Molyneux, but he'll put Ed Palmer under pressure. Back pass to the keeper Irish, who kicks well into the Bulls' half. Green beat to it by Rogers, but the second header from Purdy is good all the way back to Harris. Warm applause from the Hereford fans behind the goal to our right.
In the Southern League Central, it's still Fleetwood 0, Royston 0. Hereford, of course, interested in Royston's results, as they will get home advantage if they beat Royston's points total at the end of the season. They will have a home game in that Champions final.
Edwards with a marauding run forward, and looked like he got a little shove as he was knocked off the ball, but the referee saying no free kick. Molyneux was appealing as well. You were appealing next to me, Jamie.
Yeah, he went past the man and clearly got a shove. His arms outstretched right in front of him, and the referee, not even 10 yards away.
It's a throw to Hereford anyway. Edwards with the throw, helped on by Simmons, helped on by Mills, but Plummer not in the right place to maybe try a volley. That would have been a spectacular move. Plummer recycles it well to Dinsley. Looking to drive forward, lays it off to McGrath, at 35 yards out. To the left for Edwards, looks up. Low pass into the body of Simmons. Does well to hold off Ed Palmer. Left hand side of the box, Simmons looking to take on the centre back. Lays it off to Mills. Little ball around the corner is instantly blocked. McGrath tries to chip it in, but it's also blocked, and Dinsley having to work back to halfway and play a back pass to Harris, which is slightly underweighted, but it will bobble its way to Harris before Jordan Rogers can catch up with it. And Harris calmly finds Priest, who goes long, looking for the run of Molyneux. Takes one bounce. Molyneux might just get there, but the second bounce deceives him and goes over the line before he can try and hook it towards goal. And it's a goal kick to the hosts.
One goal in the Premier League. It's West Bromwich Albion 0, Southampton 1. All the other games goalless so far. Tottenham beating Watford 4-0 at lunchtime in the UK.
27th minute here at Taunton. Hereford still lead. Irish's kick met by the head of McGrath. Simmons helps it over the top, and nobody chasing. Straight through to Taunton's goalkeeper once again. Takes it out of his penalty area, while launching it down the middle. Priest battling away with Matt Wright. Plummer hits the deck after a challenge, then Purdy pokes it forward, but only to Trowbridge. Nice turn from Staley, then goes down. It is a free kick right on the edge of the box. Staley adjudged to have been just nudged to the floor by McGrath as he shaped to shoot from the edge, and the referee gives Taunton the decision, so a good shooting opportunity for them.
Tiverton are 2-0 up at Swindon, but they've had a man sent off for stamping, I believe. Swindon 0, Tiverton 2.
Hereford defensive wall being formed. It's just to the left of the box, about 20-25 yards out. Got the left foot of Staley and what looks like the right foot of centre-back Ed Palmer. Weighing up the options. Favours the right footer on the left-hand side of the D. So we all know about Staley's left foot, less so about Palmer's right. Just wait for the referee's whistle. It is Palmer, thumped into the back of the net. Well, Harris's side, he'll be disappointed. It was hit very firmly. You were kind of expecting the centre-back to do nothing else than to just absolutely welly it. And he hits it into the space that the wall wasn't covering. And then you'd expect Harris to have that side covered, but he was beaten for pace. Not the first time this season, not probably even the fourth time this season that Alex Harris has been beaten from a free kick. But Taunton have equalised here after 29 minutes, direct from a free kick. Ed Palmer, the centre-back, doing the business after Ross Staley, the former Hereford winger, had been felled on the edge of the box. And it's even Stevens here.
Yeah, I just wonder whether Harris was expecting it to be Staley more than the centre-back, so he was kind of, subconsciously almost already going to be going to his right, and then when it came pretty close to his left, he seemed to be a bit kind of misfooted and kind of almost got his feet caught together and couldn't get there. It was low, wasn't it, as well? Perhaps he was kind of expecting it to be in the air. It was low and right by his body, really.
Yeah, without seeing the video, you suspect Harris might have taken a step the wrong way, and then once he'd done that, never going to get back in time. I think similar thing happened at Didcot in the eventually abandoned match, where Didcot took the lead from a free kick, where Harris did the same thing. Yeah, once he'd maybe taken that step the wrong way, there's always a losing battle, and Taunton have equalised, which probably on possession, fairly reflective of how the game's gone, but obviously few chances for either side. Hereford scoring early, Taunton with decent possession since, but not many chances. But the one clear-cut one that's come their way, walloped home by Ed Palmer, just shy of the half-hour mark. Taunton 1, Hereford 1 here. Irish's kick onto the head of Priest on halfway. Simmons missing the bounce, and Plummer, a bit of a mismatch going for that one with Ben Palmer. And the offside flag goes up against Mills. Free kick taken quickly, but not to the referee's liking. And they'll get a second go at that one from back inside their own half. So all square between the top two here at the Viridor Stadium.
Manchester City have the lead. Manchester City 1, Hull 0. It's still West Brom 0, Southampton 1 in the Premier League.
Free kick taken by the goal scorer. Sent long and sent straight out of play for a goal kick for Alex Harris to take. So we've done just over half an hour here at Taunton. The home side equalising, cancelling out Mike Simmons' early goal. Direct free kick from Ed Palmer. Probably been one of Alex Harris's bugbears this season, direct free kicks. I think 3, 4 or 5 I can think of at Tiverton and Tonbridge, Didcot today as well. Opposite number, Lloyd Irish has it. 32 minutes gone. Long kick forward again. Priest gets his head to it first, back into the centre circle. Dinsley battling away. Nods it looking for Molyneux on the left hand side, kind of miscues it up into the air. It's over the top looking for Matt Wright, who's battling away with Green. He puts a challenge in on Matt Wright and says he got the ball, the referee. Straight through to Harris, who kicks it long. Penalty appeals from the home fans. Not sure many Taunton players are appealing. So Matt Wright going down under pressure from Green.
To be fair, Wright seemed to just jump straight back up and didn't seem to appeal at all.
Dinsley penalised for handball as he tried to cradle it inside the centre circle. Referee, not sure he had the greatest of views, but gives the free kick, taken quickly, straight onto the head of Edwards, but the offside flag had gone up against Taunton anyway, and it's a waste. It's a Hereford free kick.
We could probably do with just trying to calm it down now. How long's left till the break? Not long, 10 minutes or so. Just try and keep it calm, get the ball down, try and string a few passes together and stop any kind of final 10-minute surge from the home side.
Fleet Town 0, Royston 1. So the champions of the Southern League Central are ahead.
That second-minute goal for Simmons, about as good as it's got for the away side. So I haven't created too much else apart from that direct free kick which Mills struck into the wall. Taunton, who've had more of the possession maybe, but again, not many clear-cut chances apart from the equalising goal. Edwards trying to change that, but his little ball through gets a deflection and carries through to Lloyd Irish.
You need to try and just think of the simple ball there. Yes, he tried to squeeze it through to Simo, but Molyneux was out on his left-hand side unmarked and in space and had time had he have just played a simple pass. But you know, good move from Joel. He beat a man or probably beat two men and surged forward. So it's harsh to be a little bit too picky.
Staley, who's currently in a central midfield position, finds Matt Villis to send long down the right hand side, and it's knocked out for a Hereford defensive throw. Just over 10 minutes to go until half time. The best attack against the best defence, and it's all square here. One apiece. Mike Simmons, after 2 minutes, cancelled out by Ed Palmer's direct free kick after 29. McGrath nods the ball down to Plummer on halfway. Little ball round the corner for Purdy, who's galloping forward. Infield to Dinsley. Down the right hand side looking for Plummer, who looked offside, and the flag indeed goes up. Ironic cheers, I think, because I think the home fans and management weren't happy about the Hereford goal, thought there was an offside decision in there somewhere, and pretty much the 2 or 3 offside decisions that have gone up since have been greeted with ironic cheers. That one looked right though. Irish again on the hand to whack it forward to the edge of the Hereford box. Green with the firm header. Chamberlain nods it to the right hand side for Piers Mitchell, who scored that spectacular goal at Edgar Street. This time it goes high over the bar, over the stand, into the trees for a Bulls goal kick. 36th minute here at Taunton on Radio Hereford FC. It's one apiece if you're just joining us.
They're a well organised side, Taunton. 2 banks of 4, they get men behind the ball, they keep their shape. It is hard in midfield to play because every time we get the ball there's 4 Taunton players all tucked in, all making it hard to pick out a pass. We need to perhaps switch play a little bit quicker and try and open them up that way, create a bit of space down the flanks, because they are making it hard for us.
Yeah, they've got a pretty impressive home form for good reason. Just one defeat here, like the Bulls. Edwards wins a free kick just shy of halfway. Did win 11 league games in a row, Taunton, between November the 29th and January the 17th. Last of those wins was 10-2 here against Larkhall, but the immediate game after that was a goalless draw. Free kick from Priest, taken quickly to Edwards, who'd snuck a bit of space on the left. Molyneux overlapping, driving into the area. Just forced outside the box now. His shot is blocked instantly by Mitchell, and the scoop ball in is headed away by White. Matt Wright looking to take it on halfway. Purdy gets in first to lift it back forward, and then skied up into the air by Shane White to the left hand side. Purdy, not sure if he maybe thought about leaving it and hoping it dropped out for a throw, but took no chances and skies it up into the air and out for a Taunton throw on the halfway line, left hand side. Throw down the left, headed in field, but McGrath quickly side foot volleys the ball out of play for another throw to Taunton. quickly in field again. Bounced into the area, and Staley looking to get a toe end on the loose ball, but Harris gets there first, and a quick restart sets Molyneux away left hand side. Gets away from Mitchell, tries to poke it through to Mills, completely overcooked the toe poke pass and flies through to the keeper. Mills may have just been offside anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say disappointing from the pair of them really, because Mills was a yard offside and Molyneux overcooked it, and had Molyneux played the pass to Mills, it would have either been offside. Good opportunity, good thinking from Harris with the quick throw out to Molyneux. Molyneux's got pace and he had space to move into, but he kind of early on in that run decided to go central.
Simmons trying to hook the ball forward for Plummer, kind of just got under it. Plummer does well to work it back to Simmons, who finds Edwards on halfway. Down the line looking for Mills, who's offside again. More ironic jeers, but most, if not all, of those decisions have been right in this first half so far. Last 2 or 3 certainly have. Mills just putting the keeper under a bit of pressure as he kicked the ball, but not enough to impede him and get a booking. Ben Palmer comes down the left hand side, drifts in field for Trowbridge. Return ball down the left looking for Rogers. There's Green on his back. Rogers goes down, but McGrath brings it away, no free kick. Gets it to halfway. And Mills won't get there ahead of the goalkeeper, who can pick it up just inside his box and then sprints away to the other side before weighing up his volleyed kick right down the middle. Priest came a long way for it and headed it up into the air. Then McGrath clearly got a shove as he went up for that one. Referee says play on. Chamberlain has it right hand side, dribbles to the edge of the box, little through ball looking for Staley, but that through ball's overweighted and it's easy for Harris to gobble up. The end product from both sides has been found wanting in this first half. A few through balls that have just been overcooked. Hereford making the runs just offside. Remains 1 apiece as we edge towards half time. Edwards' chip ball over the top, and Simmons being manhandled by Villis just shoved Simmons to the ground.
Well, he had no intention of trying to go for that ball whatsoever. His only intention was to stop Simmo getting past him. Well, I thought that was obstruction.
It wasn't as if there was no chance of Simmons getting to that one if he had got past. I think there was a fair chance in a foot race Simmons would have got to that ball first. Villis just focused on pushing Simmons out of the way. Irish with the kick. Mills almost reading a flick ball through, but Palmer able to lift it forward, and then a high bouncing ball is caught by Harris under his crossbar. And this time he will elect to kick, looking for Simmons, being pinned by Villis, and it's a Simmons free kick this time. I think Simmons was assuming it was a foul on him. He was about to put his head in his hands, then realised it's a Hereford free kick, and much to his relief,
Mills not happy because the ball had kind of broken to him 5 yards clear outside of the 18-yard box with not a defender in sight. So he's still having a bit of a moan, but you can see his frustration. But the referee, to be fair, just blew up as soon as he saw the free kick.
McGrath over this one, left hand side, about 35 yards out. We're in the 42nd minute here. McGrath, can he get this delivery right? Floated in, headed away easily by Ed Palmer. Joel Edwards racing up to the right hand side to try and get Hereford back on the attack, but looking to find Plummer. Whacked forward by Ben Palmer. Staley will get there first, driving forward left hand side, checks in field, waits for support from Rogers. Ben Palmer floats it in, man free at the back stick is Staley, whose instant volley was well struck, but straight into the midriff of Harris. Thank you very much, he says, because if that had been low to either side of him, that probably would have gone straight into the back of the net. But as it was, straight into the midriff, and Mills looking to latch onto a big kick forward. 2 centre-backs just about do enough. Villis and White at the back of that moment, with Ed Palmer getting back into position now. McGrath switches it left hand side for Edwards, just inside the Taunton half, driving forward. Molyneux to his left. Edwards checks, gives it to Dinsley, waits for options, little through ball looking for Mills. Ricochet does fall for Mills in the second attempt, goes past his man, but Ed Palmer brushed him aside at the second attempt, and as the long ball goes forward, bit of manhandling between Rogers and Priest, kind of both ended up on the floor. Referee just says get on with it. Another high ball forward as Green gets it away. Bit of aft between Green and Wright, and the referee is now going to bring the players together because it was all getting a little tasty then. First it was Priest and Rogers, both ended up on the floor kind of wrestling each other. Then Wright and Green went into a bit of a 50-50, and Green wasn't happy with the challenge, and the referee's now called Rogers and Priest over for a talking
there was
to.
a lot off the ball. You know, when Greener had it, there was still going on between Priest and Rogers, and you know, just Priest trying to shove Rogers off. I think it's not for the first time that I've noticed that Priest has been pretty much bear hugged by Rogers, but Mark Priest certainly not someone I'd like to mess with.
West Ham 1, Swansea City 0. It's Stoke City 1, Liverpool 0. And it's still unchanged at the Hawthorns. West Brom 0, Southampton 1. And Manchester City still have a 1-0 lead at home to Hull. Goalless between Middlesbrough and Burnley. That's the only other Premier League 3 o'clock kickoff.
Game is restarting with a Hereford free kick. Harris to take, nearer halfway than his own penalty area. Down the left-hand side looking for Molyneux. It comes off the head of Mitchell and it is a Hereford. Not sure if that's a corner. I think it is a corner rather than attacking throw. So it's taken quickly and short to Edwards, who volleys it into the box. But Simmons was being well watched by Palmer, and Taunton just whack it away anywhere will do to halfway for a Hereford throw. We are into the 45th minute, so just about 20 seconds of normal time to go. One apiece between Taunton Town and Hereford. The ball's ahead after 2 minutes. Mike Simmons with the perfect start, but Hereford have had a few real clear-cut chances since, and Taunton equalising with a direct free kick from centre-back Ed Palmer, right-footed, bludgeoned it past the wall and past Alex Harris for the equaliser. But it's been two closely matched sides, as the table would suggest. Second against first. Taunton closing in on all but secured a playoff place. Now they want to make sure they get second or third and get home advantage in the playoff semi-final. As Priest clears his lines for a Taunton throw. So all eyes on the officials now to decide how many more minutes we will play. Yet another new ball required. Gone over the same stand as the one a couple of moments ago, so Pierce Mitchell eventually able to take this throw. Towards the edge of the box, headed away initially by Edwards. Mitchell gets a second chance to try and put a cross in. It's low towards the near post. It's initially helped away by Priest. And the referee says enough's enough for the first half. Brings it to a close after just a single minute of added time. So as we were just saying, two closely matched sides in that first half. Not short of needle, with Green and Priest and Simmons involved in. Thank you, Keith. Welcome back, everybody. Second half will soon get underway. Pete Beadle, Steve Jenkins, Roger Lloyd, Johnny Evans still making their way from one side of the pitch to the other, because the away dugout is almost a diagonal line from one corner of the pitch to the opposite side. Once they're off the pitch, which they are just about now, we will get this second half underway with it score one apiece between second place Taunton Town and the champions Hereford. Hereford going from left to right as we look in the second half towards the away end. There's around 400 or 500 away supporters who've made the trip this afternoon. Early high ball for Priest to head away, as he did much of in the first half, and then Taunton's return ball down the right goes out for a Hereford defensive throw. No Jimmy Oates or Pablo Haysham today. Big misses on either flank, with Jamie Molyneux and Tristan Plummer out wide. So there's a high ball forward from Taunton. Takes one huge bounce and drops out for a goal kick before Jordan Rogers can do anything about it. Harris's early kick is sprayed to Edwards at fullback. Goes long down the left flank looking for Mills. Matt Villis will shepherd that one behind. Has got it for a defensive throw though, rather than a goal kick. So rather uneventful opening minute of this second half. As we were saying, two very closely matched sides in the first period. Perfect start for Hereford, but didn't really kick on. And allowed Taunton to get back into the game, and it was a well struck shot from the free kick that equalised. I'm sure Alex Harris would have hoped to have covered that angle. And Hereford force a throw on the right hand side for Rob Purdy, who's deputising at full back this afternoon, to take. Short towards Plummer, shielding the ball and giving it back to Purdy. Calvin Dinsley with a flick ball round the corner to the right hand side. Simmons challenging Shane White, and Simmons got the better of White just outside the box right hand side on the byline, lays it off. Pass infield to Plummer. Intricate play on the right hand side in from Dinsley, but didn't beat the first man. Away by Taunton, but only to Plummer. Try and recycle it, it'll turn. Gets the benefit of a ricochet off Trowbridge. And it eventually goes down and wins a cheap free kick just shy of the halfway line, with Ben Palmer a little too eager to get the ball back. Off Hereford's number 7.
Just a little bit too slow on the ball there, Plummer, and he was lucky he had 2 ricochets that fell back to him, and then the third time he won the free kick, but he just needed to try and move it a little bit quicker.
Poor pass from Purdy looking for Dinsley. Taunton able to hook it over the top, but Rogers was offside. And that attempted breakaway is quickly nipped in the bud by the officials. Taunton, as we were saying earlier, with 7 wins in a row here at the Viridor Stadium. 6-1 win against Mangotsfield last time out. They've scored 5+ goals in the game on 9 occasions this season, including twice in the FA Trophy. Top scorers in the league with 108 from 38 games. Hereford just shy of the ton, moving on to 98 goals with Simmons' early strike today. Of course, still looking to hunt down the record set by Steve Jenkins' Merthyr, who posted 32 wins from 42 a couple of years ago, got 102 points, which Hereford are 6 short of at the start of play.
I thought you said Steve Jenkins' mother then.
Simmons goes down right hand side, wins a free kick.
That's from the man who didn't know what a peacock looks like.
And a yellow card.
Yep, cards coming out again. Second one for Taunton. Ed Palmer, the goal scorer, the big centre back, goes into the book along with Ollie Chamberlain in the first half. And a good wide free kick opportunity here for the visitors. Dinsley over it with the right foot. McGrath with the left. It will be McGrath to take over. Dinsley just looking to ghost into a bit of space on the edge of the box. So can McGrath had a couple of goes already from dead balls. This one from the right hand side, left foot, dig towards the far post, where Irish comes for it and flaps at it and turns it behind for a corner on the opposite side.
That's a proper flap, that was, wasn't it? He was really unchallenged. It was only when he kind of fell backwards that he bumped past Priest, I think, but
couldn't get his hands on the ball. Flicks it behind for a corner on the opposite side. In by Dinsley, is overcooked, and it's flicked behind for another corner. This time on the opposite side, so it's McGrath and Dinsley taking turns with the dead balls. This time McGrath. This time a little further back from that free kick he took a moment or two ago. Hereford with a bit of pressure early in this second half. This third set piece in a row. That's a better delivery, and headed just wide at the far post. It's that Priest at the back. Just kind of didn't really jump. It just sort of stooped and just tried to guide it towards the bottom left corner. It went 3 or 4 yards wide, and half chance goes begging.
no, I think that's more than a half chance. That was a free header, kind of maybe 8-10 yards out from Mark Priest there, and he's shaking his head. He knows he should have done better. He needed to get that on target at least.
I think if that was on target, it was in. Now Taunton attacking at the other end. Home fans want a penalty, but It's an optimistic shout on Jordan Rogers. Ollie Chamberlain bursting into the box as well from a central position, but it goes safely through to Alex Harris.
Mark Priest looks to be hobbling a little bit. He's been out with an injury recently, Jamie. What was the injury that's kept him sidelined?
I think it was a kind of a hamstring strain rather than a big injury.
Because when he came back from heading that ball wide from the corner, he wasn't really moving smoothly, and it doesn't look quite 100% to me.
He almost looked like he sort of went down on one knee as he headed the ball wide. It wasn't a sort of normal orthodox position. And now he's beaten for pace on the right hand side. Priest Staley with the shot, cannons off Harris, didn't know much about it, got his body in the way. Rogers is back to goal in the penalty area and lays it off to Ben Palmer. Shane White with the right footed ball in, and it's hooked up into the air by Wright, an easy catch for Harris, but well, a good save from Harris, just managed to get his body in the way from that Staley shot. Priest it was who was beaten for pace by the former Hereford winger. And it could very easily, after that chance for Priest at one end, have been 2-1 to Taunton at the other, but important save from Harris. Kicks on the left hand side, Molyneux chasing it. Simmons helps it on, helped on by Molyneux as well. Mills has not had much to go on in this game so far, tries to hook it towards goal but it's blocked. And Rogers, after a little shove from Priest, tries to come away down the right hand side, watched by Joel Edwards. He skips past him as Priest goes in for the 50-50, wins the ball, helped away by Dinsley to halfway where Mills will get there first, flicks it around the corner looking for Plummer, but Shane White just volleys it high and away. Free header for Edwards, powers it over towards Simmons, crossing halfway, clearly being held back with advantage as the referee. Mills tries a very ambitious shot, and that wasn't much of an advantage at all. Simmons was being held back as he tried to run through on goal. Referee said advantage because the ball was dropping to Mills, but it was about 30-35 yards out and he went for the ambitious lob. Never really going to score from there.
I don't know how it's an advantage. It dropped to Mills on the left hand side and he had at least two defenders around him and no one else in support. I think that's down to the referee probably not playing the game to any decent level. That he's kind of judged that to be an advantage.
Sergio Aguero has scored a second goal for Manchester City this afternoon. Manchester City 2, Hull City 0. Tiverton and 8 to 9 men away at Swindon, but it's Swindon 1, Tiverton 2.
Rogers offside, but all that came about because a big kick forward from Lloyd Irish was allowed to bounce about 30 yards out and it skipped through into the area. Then the little flick on to Rogers found the striker offside, but unconvincing at the back from Hereford. Then nobody going to meet it with the first time header. Get away with it on this occasion. McGrath flicks it infield looking for Mills, but he's beaten to it by Shane White, but his volleyed clearance forward is straight through to Harris, but he overarm throws it to Edwards, drills it forward looking for Simmons, but taken on the chest by Ed Palmer, who smashes it forward with the left foot, and it's a good ball to Wright, but Green gets there first, clears it before falling backwards, gets the ball out for a throw. Just getting a little stretched.
It's a little bit too kind of hopeful, long balls from both sides. One side's clearing it, the next side's clearing it, and there's not a lot in football. No one's getting it down and trying to play neat ball.
White with the throw from the left hand side. Green gets his head to it, almost breaks to Staley, just get the shot up. It's blocked behind by Priest for a corner. So they've Taunton with the set piece opportunity after Hereford had 3 or 4 in quick succession down the other end. Coming up to 10 minutes gone in the second half here at the Viridor Stadium, where it's Taunton Town 1, Hereford 1. Both goals in the first half, both goals in the first half an hour. Taunton with a corner from the left. Decent delivery, fisted away by Harris, two-handed to the edge of the box, back in. Little fall for Pierce Mitchell, right hand side to way up across. Under pressure from Edwards, down by the corner flag. Forced to turn away. Edwards gets the block in and it falls nicely for Plummer to try and bring it away. But he turns, faces his own goal and gets dispossessed by Rogers, who stands it up to the back stick. Villas is coming in, almost drops to Ben Palmer, who almost tried to leave it for Trowbridge, I think, and Edwards whacks it away. And Plummer could have started a counter-attack, in the end turned the situation completely on its head and got Hereford into trouble. Now Hereford in the attack with Simmons on the right-hand side. Mills overlapping it, as is Molyneux. Simmons holds up and waits for support from Purdy on the right. Down the line for Molyneux. Down by the right corner flag under pressure from Ben Palmer, and it's out for a Taunton defensive throw, much to Molyneux's disbelief.
Well, it's disappointing there because when Simmons broke, it really opened up for him, and Molyneux's kind of diagonal run took the full-back out of the equation, and I just think Simmons sort of shot from there. Right? He might have been 25-30 yards out, but
the old move just slowed down. He turned and faced the wrong way, and then waited for support from Purdy, and the moment was gone, really. Good challenge from Plummer to get Edwards on the ball on halfway. Slips it down the flank for Plummer to carry on his run. But he won't catch up with it, and it'll go out for a defensive throw to Taunton. Just 3 draws here this season in the league. At the moment, as it stands, 1 apiece this afternoon. 3 previous draws, 0-0 against Swindon Supermarine in January, just after they won 10-2 against Larkhall. They're steadily bursting away again right hand side. Looking to take on Ryan Green, cutting in, onto the left foot, shoots! Flashes wide. Harris was confident enough that wasn't on target. I think Staley's shot, he just cut away, and it was always arcing away from the target. But it was a fairly simple ball over the top right hand side that got Staley on the move. Too easy on a couple of occasions for Taunton since the restart.
yeah, just broke down the right hand side. Greener had to come across. I'm not too sure where Joel Edwards was, but as Staley kind of cut inside, which was kind of always going to be expected, he was always going to come in onto his left foot. There was still a bit too much space, and thankfully his shot, he couldn't get his foot around it, and it kind of sliced wide, but good opportunity for the home side there.
Harris with the kick, free header for Mitchell. Edwards wins the next one on halfway, but drops to his opposite number 3, Ben Palmer, to lift it forward. Greens wins that header. Plummer trying to get it down to the centre circle, lifts it over the top for Mills. Is he onside this time? He is. Right hand side of the box. Drifts in field, but the first time touch just a little heavy, allowed the covering defender to get it away for an attacking Hereford throw. Purdy take this one short to Plummer, waiting for further options from McGrath. Looks for Simmons on the byline. Down by the corner flank, back to Purdy again. Left-footed cross from Purdy. Helped away to the edge of the box where Edwards will control. 30 yards out, digs it into the box, looking for Mills, headed away to the edge. McGrath won't quite get onto that one, but Edwards will poke it to the left wing for Molyneux to keep it alive. Cutting infield onto the right foot, puts a low cross in. Plummer doesn't quite get to the scraps, and it knocks over Ed Palmer as they both tussle. Then Palmer looking for a cheap free kick but not getting it, and the ball's gone out for a Hereford throw, but play will stop for Ed Palmer to get treatment.
Absolutely nowhere near a free kick. I mean, Plummer was probably half a yard away. They both jumped up, and neither of them, there was no contact whatsoever, but he's still lying on the floor having a bit of an argument.
Purdy takes the throw, right hand side to Simmons. Down by the corner flag, looking to turn in field, gets past his man. Plays off to Plummer, who shoots, but it's a weak shot from Plummer at the near post, easily gobbled up by Lloyd Irish. Good work from Simmons, rolling his man on the byline. Rogers going to get past Priest. Priest hooks it away, not very far though. Captain Trowbridge looking to shepherd it out for a throw, but it's gone Hereford's way.
Fleet Town have scored a penalty. It's now Fleet Town 1, Royston 1.
So 1 apiece between both of the champions of the Southern League Division 1 level. Purdy with the throw. Simmons doesn't get to that one. Plummer bigged in the air, hooked away by Staley, delivered over the top by Edwards, left-footed, drops to Plummer. Looked like it used an arm, and the referee agrees.
He's literally left in front of Mike McGrath there, Plummer, and he's handled it. If he just let the ball naturally go to McGrath, McGrath would have been able to take it down. That's, you know, whether it's lack of communication from McGrath or whatever, but it's just disappointing.
Pete England, Steve Jenkins in cahoots over on the far side.
Cahoots.
Yes, cahoots.
Bristol City 3, Wolves 0, the latest in Championship. Norwich still lead Reading 6-1.
Flick off from Mills, can't link up with Simmons though. Dinsley just helps it high rather than forward. Molyneux looking for the free kick, but Mitchell pokes it up and away. Bra with the next header down from Mills. Couldn't control it with the first touch on the chest, lifted over the top by Taunton, and Priest looking for guidance from Harris, not getting much, and the clearance hits Matt White on the arm. The assistant referee flags for handball. It's pretty scrappy stuff, isn't it?
Still doesn't look 100% fluid movement.
No, it doesn't look like he wants to sprint too much, not that that's his forte anyway.
No, we've got only Barnes on the bench, so you think if he is in trouble, he would be sensible enough to let the bench know so that they can make that change.
Taking subs are Jake Sinclair, Bradley Williams, central midfielder, Jamie Edge likewise. There's no Pablo Haysham today, or Jimmy Oates. So Plummer and Molyneux continue to plough away. It's Molyneux, does very well to keep that move alive. Finds Mills, looked to try and help it onto Plummer, but it's intercepted, and Ed Palmer, the centre back, looking to bring it away. Good foot in from McGrath, then he gets fouled. The referee disagrees. McGrath still down holding his ankle, and told to look to bring it forward with Ben Palmer overlapping as Rogers left hand side. Puts a left-footed ball up to the back stick, and Harris has knocked it over the line, and the free kick has been given.
Yeah, that was never ever going to be a goal. Harris has been bundled into by two players.
Harris taking it quickly, chipping it to Purdy at right back. Purdy's ball forward is not good enough. It gives Taunton possession straight away, but Rogers won't catch up with that one on the left hand side. It goes out for a Hereford throw. Yeah, decent ball stood up from Rogers' left hand side, but as Harris went to catch it, got barged into by a couple of players.
He did well, he caught the ball, and when he landed, he went into one player, kind of half built it, and then another player ran into him and bundled it into the back of the net. It was never ever going to be a goal.
18 minutes gone in the second half here on Radio Hereford FC. It's still Taunton Town 1, Hereford 1, second against first. Scrappy game, not much between the sides, not much football being played either, a lot of high balls back and forth. Joel Edwards sprints to halfway, low ball forward to Mills, good first touch on the spin, now faces up Palmer, into Simmons, into the box, gets a shot away, deflected onto the right hand side from Plummer to keep it alive, tries to find Purdy, but an awful pass from Plummer. And he skews the ball out for a throw, and that was a good first touch and spin from Mills. Might have led to something better for Simmons, but his shot was blocked.
Chance for Jake Sinclair, possibly.
There's not much of a look in, does he? Players playing for their futures, really. Only Jimmy Oates has a contract for next season. Taunton have it at the back. Low ball sprayed forward, straight to Edwards. But hurriedly away over the top and straight through to the goalkeeper, Lloyd Irish. I think Molyneux was hoping to have that sent down the flank for him to try and make something of, but Edwards just focused on getting it away. Irish with the kick down the middle. Priest lets it drop and breathing. Getting a shout, just nods it back to Harris. Underarm bowls it out to Edwards to saunter towards halfway. I'm sure Summers will play hot conditions. Dinsley in the centre circle. Little ball infield to McGrath. Purdy on the flank, just on the halfway. On left-footed ball chip forward, looking for Simmons. First touch on the chest, looking for Plummer, but whacked away by White. Dinsley wins the next header, but can only power that straight through to the goalkeeper. Early kick from Taunton's number 1. Purdy being pinned by Wright, looking for Rogers, but miscommunication between the two strikers. Easy ball for Priest to give to Edwards. Edwards seeing a lot of the ball this second half and in the first. Dinsley tries the diagonal left to right. Plummer never going to win that one in the air. McGrath climbing over the top of Staley, giving away a soft free kick, which he doesn't really agree with.
Salisbury 5, Wantage 0. Yate lead North by 3 goals to 1. Leeds still 1 up home to Macclesfield.
Early diagonal ball from the free kick, looking for Reece Mitchell. And a free kick given Hereford's way. Molyneux fouled by the right back apparently. not too much in it.
Scrappy here at the moment at Manchester City. Are not scrapping. It's Manchester City 3, Hull 0 in the Premier League. Stoke still lead Liverpool by a goal to 0. West Brom 0, Southampton 1, West Ham 1, Swansea City 0, still goalless Borough against Burnley.
So Harris with a free kick in the left back position. Kicks long, Simmons being pinned, but turns his man really well, looks to release Plummer, and Plummer's in from a mistake. Chance for Plummer to make it 2-1, good save by Lloyd Irish. Excellent save, down low to his right, got a hand to it, and the ball bounces away from goal for a corner, but it was a little mistake from the centre-back that let Plummer in. It wasn't a bad finish, but it was a very good save.
Yeah, I was going to say, Plummer didn't do a lot wrong. He aimed it to the bottom corner, it was just a really decent save from the keeper.
So there's still a corner for the Bulls. Dinsley with it, decent delivery towards the back stick, and Edwards and Priest missing it, and a goal kick is the outcome. But it was a good take from Simmons from the high ball, instantly tried to feed the through ball through to Plummer. It was straight at the centre back, but he let it slip through his feet, and Plummer was through on goal, took a touch to set it, looked to find the bottom left corner, but Irish got down low and got a hand to it away for a corner. Biggest chance of the half for Hereford by a mile after that earlier Priest header. Priest beaten in the air against two Taunton players. Staley was trying to get it down and poke it to the Rodgers, but Purdy will shepherd it through to Harris. We've had 22 minutes in this second half. Remains Taunton 1, Hereford 1, but Plummer the gilt-edged chance to fight the champions back in front. Both keepers have made saves in this after Harris with an early save to block a Staley shot. That was the best of the lot from Irish at the other end. Simmons barging Willis out of the way, but the centre-back slides in and clears for a Hereford throw. Looks like Taunton are preparing a change. Craig Veal might be coming on. He's got 8 goals this season. Hereford work it from the throw, left-hand side with Simmons down by the corner flag. Edwards with a low cross, looking for Mills, whacked away those anywhere it would do by Shane White into the trees. And another Hereford throw.
Lost count of how many replacement footballs we've had to have kicked on today.
Edwards with the throw, down by the corner flag, short to Dinsley. Edwards now chips it towards the penalty spot. Got the greatest of headers from Palmer. Palmer keeping alive right hand side of the box. Up against namesake Ben. Palmer still has it wide on the right flank. Purdy in support. Purdy takes it now, left footed ball into the box. Drops for Simmons, is back to goal. McGrath with the shot, and it's miscued by Shane White. It drops to Plummer right hand side of the box, and his attempted cross is blocked behind by Staley for a corner. It's scrappy stuff. Hereford plugging away. McGrath with the shot that was sliced away to the right hand side. It's McGrath now who will take his latest corner. Just Rodgers left up by Taunton. 2 men back, Green and Purdy. With the left foot in swinger. In it comes now. Decent delivery. Almost drops for Priest. It goes down. No penalty. Referee says the ball was taken cleanly. Purdy scampering across and loses out, and opens a chance for a counter, but the ball had gone out for a throw first. Staley's furious. But thinks he maybe kept it in, or just angry that he didn't quite manage to keep it in.
Yellow card coming here for Purdy.
Yeah, it was a reckless lunge in from Purdy. I don't think there was any contact, but it was the intent, I suppose. Because if he hadn't got a touch on Staley, he would have sent him flying. And I guess the free kick has been given as a result, even though there was next to no contact.
I'm not too sure about that one, to be perfectly honest.
I thought it was the assistant referee flagged for a Hereford throw because the ball had gone out, I think.
Yeah, no,
the referee's pulled it back for Purdy's attempted tackle.
Yeah, but I think he was close enough to getting the ball, and Staley got there first. It's a contact ball.
Staley was away, and he was more interested in keeping the ball in play. He wasn't worried about the foul.
The intent was studs were showing, and the ball then drifted out of play, so there was no advantage.
I
actually credited
I'm not having that.
credited the referee.
Nah, definitely not having that. There were no shots though, and he slid in and he didn't make any contact.
Certainly a debatable one. Free kick comes in, free header for McGrath at the edge of the box where Rogers takes a touch on the thigh, thought about the volleyed effort from a distance, then goes for the left-footed shot over the bar into the home end behind the goal for a goal kick. 26 minutes gone in the second half still. Taunton 1, Hereford 1, and a substitution being made by the home side. Rogers, that's his last action. He's going off. The 22-goal striker goes off, and on comes 8-goal Craig Veal. So first change of the afternoon. So you'd expect more in these sweltering conditions. Roger being sent back to the dressing room on this opposite side with 2 boots in his hand.
Well, I think he
Just changed Tristan Plummer's boots.
He went to the changing room to get some new boots from Plummer, and I think they might not be the ones that Plummer wanted.
What colour?
Taunton's come to that now, is it?
You want the green ones.
It's not about the stud leg, it's the colour.
Early ball in from Taunton, good header away by Priest, that was an important one. With Chamberlain lurking, it drifts out for a Taunton throw on the opposite side. Pierce Mitchell up from fullback 2. Throw this one in. Priest again wins that header, brought down by McGrath with the first touch, little second touch, but only gives it straight to Mitchell. I'm not sure what he was attempting there. Gets the right back on the ball. Comes to put the cross in and gets the corner. The assistant referee has no idea. And he's eventually given a corner because that's what the referee thinks. But surely the assistant's got the best view there. He's right in line with it, and he had no idea if that got a deflection. It should have been a goal kick. And a corner has been given to Taunton. So Staley with the chance to put in this, what might prove to be a debatable corner kick. Towards the near post, headed towards goal, but cannoned into Molyneux from the header from Ed Palmer. Staley with the second delivery towards the back stick, and everybody misses it, and it drops behind for a goal kick. Home fans hoping for a penalty as Willis was being held a bit by McGrath. There was much in it, and a goal kick is the outcome. Not too much movement on the Hereford bench. Roger Lloyd's back with more boots for Tristan Plummer.
Yeah, they're the right ones.
Yeah, we'll have those. They're bluey green, aren't they? Peacock colour? They class as peacock colour, do you think? Real peacock colour, I mean not the cat style variety.
28 minutes gone in the second half. Less than the better.
Mr. Greg Davis is not amused. Stoke City 1, Liverpool 2. Still West Brom 0, Southampton 1. West Ham leads Swansea by a goal to 0. Goalless at Borough against Burnley. Manchester City 3, 0.
Ben Palmer heads that nice goal kick forward. Green meets it, and it's not back into the Taunton half left-hand side. Simmons and Molyneux challenging for it. Simmons tries to play it back to Edmonds on halfway. Half volleyed chip ball forward looking for Molyneux. Onto the head of Mitchell. Drops to right on halfway. Green clips him. Free kick to Taunton on the halfway line. Jake Sinclair is going to be coming on soon. Might be amusing if Plummer goes off after all that bootgate.
I could do with a pair for this charity game.
Cross comes in from Taunton, but it's straight at Harris. Quickly bowls it out to Plummer with the new boots on to see what these can do. Takes it over the halfway line, right hand side.
Boots are made for walking.
Just lays it back
just
into
what
the
he'll
pass
do.
of Dinsley. Back to Plummer again. Looking to take on the captain Trowbridge outside the box. Little step over and settles for the corner, does he? Oh, only a goal kick is the outcome. Well, from this very distant position it looked like it was a corner, but officials say the last touch came off Plummer's new boots. And it's a goal kick.
Can you get me a pair, Jamie?
What, Plummer's boots?
No, not particularly. You're not inspired by his boots. So
By the way, I bet you've got a pair in your cupboard gathering dust somewhere. Or I'll buy you a duster.
they wouldn't be worth even looking at. I think I have actually thrown those out. When's this game again?
5th of May, Keith. I thought you'd be in training by now.
11 AM. Looking forward to it.
Bill Mills helping the ball to the right-hand side for Plummer. Plummer with a very powerful cross, too good for everybody. That'll take 3 or 4 bounces. Drop out for a Taunton throw.
What is it? Hereford Select 11 against Sponsors 11?
Yeah. Don't get excited by the Hereford Select. You know, I've really dredged got to the bottom of the barrel, hence you're being selected.
Oh, right. I thought my name was first on the team sheet.
Yes, it was, Keith, yeah.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Craig Beale, pretty much his first touch, tries to help it down the line, but no one's chasing it. And it goes through to Harris, who could have picked it up, but decides to kick. Decent kick on it as well. Simmons, again, really good trap. Helps around the corner, look, but Mills not on his heels quickly enough. And too much on that through ball, allowing Irish to get there first, who kicks out of his hands straight away. The right-hand side, right going up for it. Both he and Priest miss it. And Edwards gets in ahead of Chamberlain. Taunton have it on the right-hand side with Staley, settles for the throw, takes it himself quickly. Chamberlain with a decent centre. Harris gobbles it up just as Veal was diving in at the near post. Fraction of a second difference, and Veal might have toe poked that in at the near post ahead of Harris. Substitutes coming close after a quickly taken throw from Staley. Into the last quarter of an hour on Radio Hereford FC. Still Taunton 1, Hereford 1. Hereford ahead in the second minute, cancelled out after half an hour by direct free kick from central defender Ed Palmer. One clear-cut chance for Plummer in the second half after a mistake at the back. But his low shot, destined for the bottom corner, brilliantly saved by Lloyd Irish. Not been too much else to write home about in terms of clear-cut chances. Dinsley with a good header forward. Mills onside down the left. Tries to chop onto the right foot. Lays it off to Dinsley. Goes down. No penalty though, but keeps it alive by poking it to Simmons. And now looking for Molyneux, and it might fall to Plummer with the new boots. Goes down by the goalkeeper. No penalty. The referee says the ball was taken. Plummer certainly looking for it. The referee says no. Priest with a little cushion header. Edwards clears over the top. Well, definitely appeals among the Hereford ranks. And Plummer's still down. Thinks he got caught by the goalkeeper as he tried to come out and smother the ball.
He got absolutely clattered by the keeper. I'm amazed the ref not pointed to the spot there.
Well, Plummer certainly felt the force of Lloyd Irish's challenge, but whether he got the ball first, not sure.
The ball kind of got stuck under Plummer's feet when it first came to him, and then he kind of turned round, almost with his back to goal, and that's when the keeper came clattering through. And
I think Plummer was invited the challenge, wasn't he? And it certainly came.
Still a penalty, whether he invited or not.
Bit of cramp in the Taunton ranks. I think that's the left back, Ben Palmer. Plummer down getting treatment, and Johnny Evans signals that Plummer's knee is injured and he will have to go off. Well, Sinclair was going to come on anyway. Whether he was coming on for Plummer anyway is another thing. I think Taunton might be making their second change, although there's so many players over there getting drinks, it's difficult to tell who might have come on and gone off.
Swindon 2, Tiverton down 2, Tiverton down to 9 men. Swindon are 4 back in that game now, 2-2. Yates 3, Northley 2, still Fleet 1, Royston 1 in the Central Division. Salisbury are now at a 6th goal at home to Wantage. Salisbury 6, Wantage 0, and the playoff battle, Evesham 1, Magnansburg 0.
Well, the substitution's been announced as Sinclair on for Plummer, but Plummer's still getting treatment in the penalty area. Pete Beadle is on the pitch and walking over towards Plummer to see what's going on. I think he's having a little gesture at the linesman as well to say, was that not a penalty, surely?
What's the stretcher?
I'm not surprised. He's absolutely been clattered. I can't believe it wasn't a penalty. He's literally gone straight through him.
His knee.
This is Johnny Evans signalling at knee and going off.
He's Plummer's been stood and the keeper's coming through his leg, so if Plummer's feet just get caught in the turf, that could be a pretty bad injury. I just cannot believe the ref not putting him to the spot.
Pete Beadle's helping him off,
Carrying him off with Johnny Evans. Yeah. Don't wait for the stretcher, we'll do this ourselves, lads.
Well, they're still trying to unpack the stretcher, so
let's get the cellophane off.
Yeah, they still haven't put it up, so that might be quite a while coming.
So Sinclair, who's still on the sidelines waiting to replace Plummer. Plummer's being carried off by Pete Beadle and Johnny Evans. Taunton are going to replace, I think, left-back Ben Palmer with Josh Searle shortly. Palmer was getting treatment for cramp by a teammate a couple of minutes ago. So yeah, Ben Palmer, the left-back, is going off. Josh Searle's coming on. And Plummer, having only had those different boots on for a few minutes, has been, well, was about to be stretched off, has been carried off instead. Jake Sinclair is on in his place on the right wing.
Josh Searle, isn't it? I think Taunton.
Yeah. So Sinclair on for Hereford, Searle on for Taunton. Searle's playing further forward, more left wing than left back. Priest with the header up rather than away. Molyneux helps it on and out for a Taunton throw. So we've got, well, technically we've got about 8 or 9 minutes to go, but there will be some stoppage time. Probably lost about 4 or 5 minutes there. So play resumes, throw for Pierce Mitchell to take, headed up into the air by Wright in the box. And Edwards away, left-footed. Simmons under it, takes the first touch on the chest, and the second one, plays it down the line for Mills. Mills down the left-hand side, Sinclair full of running. Follows a sub, putting Shane White under pressure. Twisting and turning, but White does well, and clears his lines to halfway. Molyneux gets his head to it. Staley gets his to the ball. Slight touch on Chamberlain from McGrath as he cleared the ball up into the sky. Free kick given in the centre circle, taken quickly. Sneaking around the back is Veal. Blocked by Green from distance. No, Searle goes for goal, just wide of the near post. Harris probably had it covered. Difficult to say, but it was the first shot from Veal, who just snuck around the back left-hand side for that free kick. His shot just inside the box was blocked by Green. It fell nicely to the substitute Searle. He hit it left-footed, looking from the bottom left corner, but it went a couple of yards wide of the upright. Just caught slightly napping from that free kick in the centre circle. 7 minutes to go of normal time. As the ball is down the left with Molyneux. Puts a cross in, looking for Sinclair. Couldn't make contact with the first touch, and the ball goes across the box, and Irish picks it up on the left-hand side of it before running back in to the penalty spot area. Kicks early, Priest under it. He leaves it for Edwards, who first time scuffs his clearance. Pierce Mitchell has it right back, the only ball in from him. Priest with the commanding header to Searle, midway inside the Hereford half. Going to the right hand side, gives it to Mitchell. Molyneux back defending. Mitchell drifts infield, left-footed shot is wayward, and always going away from the target into the home terrace behind the goal. But Taunton looking like the most likely to push for a winner in these closing stages. Hereford have been feeding off scraps really. That Plummer chance was through a mistake at the back, could have given Hereford a 2-1 lead. Sinclair's got 10 minutes or so to write his name into the headlines tonight. Hereford still could bring on the likes of Bradley Williams or Jamie Edge. Free kick is given Taunton's way. Molyneux again perplexed with the right back position for the home team.
The referee in the last 10 minutes or so has got really fussy. The free kick that he gave against McGrath in midfield was never a free kick. McGrath got the ball, hence the ball looping up in the air.
Long free kick met by the head of Priest once again, drops for Molyneux, just flicks it on looking for Simmons, who's dropped into his own half, trying to take it to the left hand side but taking a long time to get it under control. Now he does, slips it through for Mills, who stayed on side but very wide on the left, then loses out to Ed Palmer, who's shielding it well, but Mills looking to rob it off him and eventually blocks the ball out for a Taunton defensive throw. Good hustling from Mills.
Yeah, it seemed quite a bouncy pitch, which I think the Simo took a while to get it under control. I think, bounced it up 3 or 4 times and perhaps there's a struggle to try and get it down and play football.
Staley can't get that one under control on the right wing, and it goes out for a Hereford throw, about 10 yards shy of the halfway line. Minutes of normal time on the clock. Clocked away by Taunton, flicked on by Veal. Green with the acrobatic volley back into the Taunton half. Helped on by Molyneux. Simmons and Mills lose out. The clearance is just high up into the sky. McGrath gets his head to it as he's pushed onto the floor. Mills battling away on the left. Stays on side, decides to put the crossing for Sinclair with the header. Oh, that would have been a likely route to goal. The diminutive Jake Sinclair throwing himself at Mills' near post cross and getting something on it. It goes over the bar. What a moment that would have been for Jake Sinclair.
Great cross from Mills, wasn't it, towards the near post, exactly where he would have wanted a cross put himself. So credit to Sinclair as well, throwing himself at it.
Goal kick for Lloyd Irish to take into the last 4 minutes of normal time. Here on Radio Hereford FC, still one apiece between second and first. Priest with a big powerful header into the Taunton half. Simmons after it up against Villis. Simmons uses his body to shield the ball, then turns Villis left hand side of the box, down by the corner flag. Has support from McGrath. Turns and gives it to Joel Edwards, who's galloped forward in support. Again the move slowed down, Taunton have numbers back, down the line again for Simmons. 1-2 between Simmons and Edwards. Edwards' cross finds Sinclair at the back stick, takes 3 or 4 touches to get it under control. Has Purdy in support, it's laid off to Purdy now, the right back. Purdy with the left wing, with left-footed cross, headed up into the sky. Down for Dinsley, looking for Mills, very wide. Tries to just hook it back into a dangerous area. Won't quite drop for a white shirt. Dinsley finds McGrath. Hereford do well to keep it in possession. Simmons left-hand side of the box. But Molyneux stands it up. Sinclair again is going up. Great leap. But even he couldn't leap that high. And it drops nicely for Irish in the end. Good persistence from the visitors.
Lots and lots of clever little tugging and hustling going on off the ball there.
As that ball went across the first cross, I'm not too sure who it was, the Hereford player, maybe Molyneux towards the back post or McGrath, but clearly being pulled in 2 directions by 2 separate Taunton players, and the referee just totally unaware of it.
Purdy elects to throw back to Harris. Tries to switch it from right to left. Kick from Harris looking for Edwards. Up against Veal. Molyneux helps out on halfway. Cutting in field. Chips over the top, but no one's making the run. It's going to drift out of play for a defensive throw towards the left back position. 2 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Of which there will probably be a good 4 or 5 minutes from that Plummer injury. Took a long time for that to sort itself out. Green with the header. It's out from Trowbridge for another Hereford throw, right hand side. Green and Purdy over there. Green and Purdy, who will be hosting an evening at Baker Street next Saturday night. Simmons feeds Plummer, Sinclair rather. Can he keep it in? He can, down by the corner flag. But a low cross in towards the penalty spot, cut out by Staley. Loose ball off to Purdy, is still well forward. To Sinclair again on the touchline. Purdy overlapping. Sinclair still has it. Sinclair, ricochet, falls nicely for Purdy into Sinclair again, just outside the box right hand side. Gives it back to Purdy on the touchline. Little flick from Sinclair sets Purdy away. Just being held on to, so couldn't burst free. McGrath keeps the move alive by finding Dinsley wide right on halfway. Little ball down the channel. Purdy's made the run. Down by the corner flag. Good possession from Hereford in the last few minutes. Keeping it alive, keeping it going. Good ball in from Purdy's a chance at the back stick, but it's over the top of one of his heads at the far post and goes behind for a goal kick.
Quite possibly the best little bit of play there from the Bulls, and what we're 80 plus minutes in, 85 plus minutes in. But good little build up, patient passing.
1,073.
Well, first 4-figure league gate of the season for Taunton, 1,073. Former Bull Ross Staley gets the man of the match award as we await this goal kick. Ross Staley, who didn't score for Hereford back in August at Taunton on the opening day. His 6th and final goal for the Bulls. Priest chesting down the kick from Lloyd Irish. Drops to McGrath over the top for Simmons and Mills, both going for it, but it drops to Ed Palmer in the middle, who just boots it up into the air. Dinsley with a little 1-2 with Sinclair. Now Purdy overlapping. Hereford with good fitness levels late on here. Suddenly with a second wind. Sinclair goes for goal. Decent. And the offside flag is up as Simmons glances across wide. Thought was waiting for the net to bowls there, but the offside flag went up anyway. But Purdy and Sinclair working well there. Yeah, the cross came in for Simmons.
Lovely play from Sinclair twice. First when it broke into the middle, he just, bit of a round the corner pass out to Dinsley, I think, and then again Sinclair getting the ball at his feet just on the edge of the box and dinking quite a nice cross in to Simo.
We've already had a minute of stoppage time here at the Viridor Stadium. We expect 4 or 5 minutes after the Plummer injury, which took a while for him to eventually leave the field after picking up a knee injury. We've had 1 minute of added time. Sinclair on the right with Purdy again. These two have linked up well the last few minutes. Purdy into Sinclair, back to goal. Just easily nudged off it there by Trowbridge, and told to just lump it long to the right hand side, hoping for a late chance with Matt Wright. Well, the full-time whistle's gone, only 2 minutes of added time.
1-1.
Despite the Plummer injury, the referee said that's enough. 2 evenly matched sides, 1 apiece is the final score. A point apiece for the 2 high flyers. Hereford keep their away league unbeaten run going. What's that, 38 away league games undefeated since August the 15th, 2015. This always looked like a really tough one on paper, and after taking a second minute lead through Mike Simmons, Hereford looked well. In terms of Hereford, Jamie, a good workout. They've managed to come away undefeated, and it's off to Didcot on Tuesday night.
Yeah, tough game, wasn't it? Really scrappy at times. Not a great deal of football on show, but as you say, that's probably a sign of what perhaps we can expect next season in terms of sides being more organised. Very clear 2 banks of 4, making it hard in midfield. Can't really get the ball down and play football, and strong. Well, if you're going to sum up Taunton, it's strong and well organised for me.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Greg Davis, for match commentary this afternoon here on Radio Hereford FC, and Jamie Griffiths, match summary as well. Frank Williams operating the technical area, and Ruth Walkton for the live chat service on the official website www.herefordfc.co.uk. The final scores are coming in. Manchester City 3, Hull City 1 in the Premier League, Middlesbrough 0, Burnley 0. Liverpool have won away 2-1 at Stoke City, still playing at the Hawthorns. West Brom 0, Southampton 1, West Ham 1, Swansea City 0. Latest we heard the Royston score, I think it was a 1-1 score against Fleet Town. So again, Hereford still have that narrow advantage.
We've got full times in now, Keith. It did finish Fleet Town 1, Royston 1. It's also it's full time in all the other matches as well. Just quickly go through them for you. Barnstable 2, Tottenham 1, Bishopscleave 3, Bridgewater 0, Didcot 2, Wimborne 0, Evesham 1, Mangotsfield 0, Paulton Rovers 3, Shortwood 1, Salisbury 7, Wantage 0, Slimbridge 2, Bideford 0. Haven't had the final whistle from Swindon Supermarine yet, but there have been a couple of sendings off there, so I think it might be go on a little bit. It was Swindon 2, Tiverton 2 when we last heard. Finished Winchester 0, Larkhall 0, Yatetown 3, Northley 2, and as we said, Fleet Town 1, Royston 1. So it's as you were at the top of both tables for that Championship playoff match of the 29th.
It's finished now at the Hawthorns. West Brom 0, Southampton 1, and West Ham 1, Swansea 0. Into the Championship, Birmingham 1, Derby County 2, Blackburn 0, Barnsley 2, Bristol City 3, Wolves 1, Burton Albion equalising in the second half against Aston Villa, Burton 1, Villa 1, Cardiff 2, Brentford 1, Fulham 3, Ipswich Town 1, Leeds United 3, Preston North End 0, Norwich City 7, Reading 1, they were 6-1 up at half time, Nottingham Forest 2, Huddersfield Town 0, and Wigan Athletic 2, Rotherham United 2. A couple of scores a bit further down in League 1, a vital victory for Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury 1, Rochdale 0. Just looking at Leyton Orient in League 2, it does look as though they're going to be relegated. Cambridge 3, Leyton Orient 0, and Newport County as well under threat at the bottom, but they're winning 1-0 away at Exeter. Late kick-off in that one. Exeter 0, Newport County 1, Crawley 1, Plymouth Argyle 2. Well, that's about it from us here this afternoon on Radio Hereford FC. We will have an interview with Peter Beadle very shortly, and we'll try and get that up onto our official website this afternoon before we leave Taunton this evening. That on www.herefordfc.co.uk. But for now, from all of us here, have a very good evening, and we'll see you next week. Hereford at home to Barnstaple. Lots of fundraising activity, helping Jamie Cuss appeal last week at Edgar Street next week. So we'll see you for that one, but for now, from all of the team, good afternoon.